so far below everyone that I knew. I can hold in one eye, gazing down at your lights. We were burned so bright for so many years. I turned away from the rush and the hum. Oh, the black has become my sole solitude, my safety net I cast so far from view. But I dream to be not so far away somehow. Your warm embrace, can my friendship light a path? So come to me now, everyone that I knew. I will hold in one eye, gazing round at your lights. You will burn so bright, looking through these tears. This distant world keeps changing. I found myself just waiting. I need those hollow squares around me in the night. This distant world keeps growing. Together we are flowing, wrapped in our friendship drives. We blink into the night. We all move now, like a web in the night. We connect and we light up this path as we go. Holding hands, we know how to travel free. So far in the night, oh, we move like a dream, on the edges of sleep, hearing laughs in my ears and a warmth around me that's oh so clear. Once I stood here feeling oh so very small. Now together we become much more as we fly and we glide into the night. Oh, as we try, shall our friendship light a path? Those distant worlds grow closer as we leap on together. My friendship drive is charging, lighting up the night. This distant feeling's falling. I'm with the best ones calling. We know the only way is together in this night. This distant world keeps changing. I find myself just waiting. I see those hollow squares around me in the night. This distant world keeps growing. Together we are flowing, wrapped in our friendship drives. We blink into the night.
saw pinpoints bright. The main star called me to its light, but I was chugging on this gravity well. From Richie asked me, why you hauling so late in the night? I couldn't answer, he was plotting which watching jumping. Cause conga ale's been eating at my tails, so I've been swimming in its sea, searching for tranquility. Just one more run and then I'm done. I said, that was 40 hours ago and I'm not even letting go. This young boy's now older than the galaxy is wide. You want it, I'll haul it. SC yoke is pulling me in its stride. This is the hauler's way. Every day. You know it all feels like some new kind of drug where you never know what time it is, and then you've got to change your pants. Never had the time to eat, yeah, never try to leave the seat, pretending I'm a warrior when all I am's a haulier. Keep the wheels turning, even though my eyes are burning. Who put that white dwarf directly in my way? Yeah, just one more run and then I'm done. I said, that was 14 hours ago and I'm not even letting go. This young boy's now older than the galaxy is wide. You want it, I'll haul it. SC yoke is pulling me in its stride. This is the hauler's way. She was a beauty's turn to bow, the finest ship I'd ever own. I took her out to find some diamonds, little did I know. I filled her up with cargo bays and mining lasers, surface masters. Every scrap of space she had it filled with every tool. As I left the station doors, I saw a sign upon the floor, and cussing I did haul around, there's something I'd forgot. You may fly a ship so fine, but don't forget the simple line. Before you click to disembark, have you got your limpets? Hey ho, away we go to fetch some diamonds for my hole. Oh blast, we dock fast, don't forget your limpets. Hey ho, away we go to fetch some diamonds for my hole. Oh blast, we dock fast, don't forget your limpets. 3, 2, 1. Engage. There's a tab on the map which is Thargoids. Are we at war? Don't panic. It lists Melsons and most of them are red. Are they dead for sure? Don't panic. The last one's called Gussie. Oh, that's a lightning gun. Don't panic. But it looks like it's heading my way. Call the AX squad. Don't panic. Some things are meant to test us. Some things are just for fun. This thing is trying to vent us. A Titan or a Triton for some AX fun. Is that a burning Stargoid heading straight into Seoul? I've got that tension headache. Or they just burn it all. Don't panic. This is fine. Don't panic. Yes, this is fine. Don't panic. Just say it all the time. Don't panic. This is fine. Here's some calming music from the Pilots Federation. Think of superpowers. Remember Indra, and this is okay. Don't panic. This is fine. Don't panic. Yes, this is fine. Don't panic. Just say it all the time. Don't panic. This is fine.
and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings and welcome to Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders.
Greetings, Commanders.
The show that talks about the universe of Elite
and the development of the computer game Elite 4, known as Elite Dangerous,
and the fantastic
community that surrounds it.
Broadcast from a current Sidewinder and hosted by a vending machine technician.
A place of nonsense and innuendo for forum dads. A self-contained podcast 2 hours long.
Transmitting to every corner of the galaxy.
It's even louder than me.
The hottest show this side of Dizzo.
The name of the place.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Lave Radio.
Greetings, Commanders, and welcome to episode 570 of Lave Radio, the show that talks about the universe of Elite Dangerous and the fantastic community that surrounds it. I'm your host, Commander Phoenix to Fire, Chief Ex-Archivist of Lave's Station, otherwise known as Colin Ford, and joining me in the Orange Sidewinder bar for this episode, we have our Head of Health and Safety, that'd be Commander Edelweiss.
Apparently I need to get my head screwed on or something, because I can't even remember I won beer.
No comment. We've got SRV Banksy himself, Commander Alec Turner.
Good evening, everyone.
And of course we have our Staff Liaison Officer, Commander Psychic, otherwise known as Claire.
I hope you're hoping to hear a group of people who are definitely in touch with the community.
Right, well, if you wish, you can join us live. We're hanging out in game in open. We also have the Chris Mark IV hanging around in Lave Radio at the Lave bar. So you can always join them in Lave Station. And Ben is on Distant Worlds flying about the place if you want to join him there. If you can't get to us in game, you can also join the Twitch chat channel, which you can access through laveradio.com/live. Click on the live chat, or go straight to twitch.tv/Lave Radio, or go to YouTube and look up Lave Radio, because we're there as well. So let's go around the crew and discuss what happened over the weekend. So we'll start with Psychic.
Hi, I'm so ill. My husband has provided the lurgy is out in full force. Oh my God, what a weekend. What an absolutely brilliant, stonking Game Blast weekend we all had. Very happily, I should have gotten all of your codes. Importantly, case in point, anybody who won something over the weekend, either with me or with Lave, all of those codes and Tom's song and all of that have gone out so far. If you do want to get a copy of Tom's song, you can do so by donating. The Tiltify link is still open. Super excited. What a wonderful, lovely time. I know Lave did shit, but you were absolutely ruffled by the boys at Loose Screws. But I will say the special effect hit their target of £150,000 raised during the month of February for the Game Blast campaign, which is absolutely fucking outstanding. We, as in Lave, we smashed our target. Our initial target was 500 quid. I'm super happy to say that at the moment it sits at £1,000 and 69p,
Nice.
Amazing.
which is so good. So good. I'm so grateful and thankful for everybody's generosity who came and supported. When it was lovely that Frontier decided to leave the servers down for that particular time when, while we were live. So anybody looking for any elite content got us because no one else could play. But yeah, what an absolutely stonking weekend. I am so tired. I also scheduled for myself for far too much this week. On Monday I did an interview with Alex Kane, who is he used to work for Rockstar and some other companies, but is now a solo dev of a new space game that's coming out on Friday. And I did an interview with him, and I wish I'd scheduled it for a different day. Yeah, it's been a really busy, crazy week. I've barely done anything else. I'm so bunged up and so sinusy and in so much stuff that's going on, and I'm also at the same time having a chronic pain flare up. So it's been lovely. It's a lovely time to have. But we got through an excellent weekend, and I'm just I feel zen and chill now because I don't have a huge amount of responsibilities and stuff. Only a couple more things, and then I'm free like the littlest hobo. But yeah, that's been my week.
Excellent. Yes. Okay, Ben.
Yeah, so I've had an interesting weekend. It was my mother-in-law's birthday, and that was fun. We went for a lovely family surprise dinner for her, and she really appreciated that, and so did my wallet. But it did obviously mean that I was unable to partake in Friday shenanigans. And then, gaming-wise, I fully blame Wintermute for this. I've basically, largely because of Wintermute, I've gone onto a bit of a William Gibson run in my books, which really kind of got me wanting to play some cyberpunk-style games. And I've been tossing between Shadowrun and Cyberpunk 2077 in my free time, as well as I've now read his three Cyberpunk trilogy, and I'm sort of going through William Gibson's short stories, and it's all Wintermute's fault.
Yeah. Yes. Fair enough. Okay. Well, we'll blame Wintermute. Surprisingly.
Yep.
Right. Alec.
Right. Can I blame Wintermute for what happened on Saturday night? But
no, we can't. The only
no, that's on you guys. That's 100% on you guys. I'm not having that.
The only thing that I blame is myself for not passing a lot more than we should have done.
It was very clear that Colin, by about midway through, was a couple of jars in, because every time you won one on that first one, Colin was like, "Yeah, we can do it. We can do it. We've got
this." I've got my finger on the pulse of the elite dangerous community. Yes,
the friggin' bravado from Colin was definitely fueled by a couple of jars. It was very funny.
I have eaten so much humble pie since then. It's I'm overweight with humble pie. Thank you very much.
It was so much fun, wasn't it? I mean, technically, if you look at the points, I think we actually
Yeah. Only when we just because on the last two rounds, Loose Screws had to be like, "Oh, let's at least we'll make it some kind of competition." That was the only reason.
It did. It wasn't the. We haven't got the finger on the pulse that we thought we did, Alec. I'm sorry.
Apparently, that massive appreciation to Claire and Katie for putting it together. Though it was so cool. It was such a good set of questions and such a brilliant, response, and the whole thing I thought like just worked so well with that with the website for the buzzers and stuff. It was chef's kiss. It was really good fun. Went really smoothly. So yeah, a lot of fun and so much money raised. That's incredible. What else have I been up to? My latest binge watch is a Spanish series called Money Heist. I do love me a good heist. And this is a sort of it's funny. I got sucked into this thing called Money Heist because it said it was in 5 parts, which I assumed was like a mini series. And it turns out what they mean by a part is a series, and each series has about 13 episodes, and they're each an hour long. So I'm in for some hardcore binging when I thought I was only binging a few hours, but it's really good. I really recommend Money Heist if you like your heist stuff, even if it is. Just got to watch the translated Spanish version. It's great. What else? I had an email a couple of days ago, which was really surprising. Apparently, my Vitura Beast XR glasses are due to be delivered tomorrow, although I'm somewhat doubtful, as every time I check, they're still in Guangzhou. So that plane's going to have to fly real fast now to get here by tomorrow.
Yeah, via different route, no doubt.
Yeah, I know. God, yeah, I can just imagine they're going to get taken out in a missile strike at this rate. What else? Oh, and then the last bit of real life, which I could frankly do without, but I don't know, it'll probably turn out to be exciting, is for a while I've been thinking, in a few years we've got a Skoda Octavia. It's been very reliable, but I've been thinking of moving to a hybrid or something, electric maybe. And my hand's been forced because our car broke down yesterday, and it's been sort of fixed, but apparently it doesn't have very long to live at all. So I'm now in full-on buy a new car panic mode. So I'm researching hybrids, and I've never driven an automatic before, which I like gears, but anyway, there you go. I'll get used to automatics, and so new car frenzy. And then last of all, DW3 rolls on. Another waypoint and another set of time trials. We had 4 more this weekend. It's just so much fun. One in particular that I'm going to shout out this week was created by Greaves, and he's done a series called the Rendezvous Rally. So this is Rendezvous Rally 6, a fantastic SRV time trial, which then had some live events. I think something like 84 people have taken part in this one on the time trial, and we had some epic meetups. Obviously not Saturday, we'll come on to that in a minute, but Sunday we had some epic live meetups with so many SRVs. I've never seen so many SRVs. It's just glorious. But the race basically got everyone to drive at speed towards a sheer drop off the edge of a huge crater. So everyone sort of builds up loads of speeds and then just goes flying off the edge of this crater like a group of lemmings, frankly. So I'm really impressed at how many people were willing to hurl themselves into the abyss. It was superb. And I'm doing the leaderboards for that as we speak, although they're a bit late because I'm so lost in new car land at the moment. But that's been my weekend.
Your time trial tweet got retweeted by David Braben.
I saw. How amazing is that? Yeah, I made a video of the mass SRV thing, and then Mr. Braben himself retweeted it today. I'm always flattered when that happens. It's like, blimey, David likes my thing.
Well, he likes the thing that you do with his thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know if I'd say anything about anyone liking anyone's thing, especially in public and on air.
Let's move on from there. Well, it's been a bit of a mixed bag for myself. Obviously, the humiliation on Saturday is still something I'm having to live with. Although I must admit, the question where the answer was, we don't like anything that Frontier does.
So funny.
That was hilarious.
What's the most frustrating thing? There were I think it was 5 people said other commanders. 6 people said NPCs, and then 7 people said Frontier. So they hate other people, they hate other things in the game, and they also hate the developers. It was a very funny time.
Yeah, so that's that was fun. I've been putting the Kestrel through its paces. Well, I was putting the Kestrel through its paces in the CG, and then this afternoon, just as I was finishing off my promotion to lieutenant in federal rank, there was this horrible snapping noise, and half my throttle from my X56 fell off. So, yeah, that was a bit of a surprise. I've only had it sort of like 8 months, and
wow,
yeah, I haven't been. How to actually describe this without it sounding rude is difficult. Okay, so yeah, I don't know. I haven't been thrashing it.
You haven't been playing with it too hard. You know, if you play with it for too long, it falls off.
And then you need new glasses.
Yeah.
So,
I know my brother-in-law's X56 throttle's quite stiff.
What's happened is Colin's gripped his hot ass too tight and has bent the stick.
Oh, he's not bent his shaft, has he?
It's the other one. It's the other one. It's the other side. Whatever is the other side of the shaft, that's what he's bent.
Yeah, the throttles. One of my throttles broke. Yes. Let's get it all out of the system. Everybody, wave your hands. Get it out. Breathe. You know, get it out now.
It's a slow news week, Colin. Just let us have this.
He's pulled on the reach around too hard.
Yeah, there it is. Too much.
Dear. And of course, if you would like to add any suggestions to what you could call the broken throttle, add them to info@Lave Radio or leave us a comment.
Oh, please don't send emails.
On Spotify. So, yes.
Leave comments about Colin's shaft on Spotify, please.
Let's not.
Please.
Let's be from the person who uploaded a short and hasn't released it yet, but uploaded the short and then realized, actually, that short I've just entitled penis. I need to change this before I upload it to anywhere. Oh man.
So that's been the game thing. However, I don't know if anybody else has had this. Have you ever had a game which you absolutely hate playing, but you can't stop playing?
Is this a game that you absolutely hate playing, but you want you want to know how it ends? Is this a kind of?
No, I got no idea. There's a demo. Excuse me. There's a demo of this new Battlestar Galactica game, which I.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, and I've been playing that. I can't stand it. But I always have just one more go, and I don't know why it's dragging me back, and I've wiped it now because it just makes me angry. Yet I want to give it another go, and I can't believe it's because we've lost Battlestar Galactica deadlock because of that, because of licensing, hashtag don't kill games, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's infuriating.
What's so bad about it? Because I've heard bad things.
It looks like Eve.
It's not even that; it's pixel art.
Oh,
seriously, it is just pixel art, and
Deadlock is beautiful.
It's FTL in the Battlestar Galactica universe, and it's basically you have two phases. One where you've got to try and maintain the fleet, but you've never got enough resources, or somebody decides to have a wobbler and decides to try and overtake you. While the other side is a simple. Well, it's not simple, but it's a tower defense game, which is incredibly hard.
You know what? You know what? Now you've. It looked to me like just like single player Eve, and I was like, well, I hate multiplayer Eve. Why would I even play single player Eve? But what you've just described to me makes me want to give it a go because they both sound really up my alley.
Well, you probably will like it because it's not. Because I'm such a turn-based strategy fan. And Battlestar Galactica fan, when the previous game Battlestar Deadlock came out, I played that to death. I really did. And then they cancelled that. You can't buy it anymore, and this came out instead. And I was hoping for at least something for the tactical battles, but no, it's just Anyway, but I couldn't stop playing.
I have to ask Colin. If you have Deadlock, can you still play it?
Oh yeah, if you've got Deadlock, you can still play it. I don't know
Okay.
whether you can still buy the DLCs for it though.
Right,
So
but if you've got it, you've not lost it.
yeah, it's like Bridge Crew. You know, remember they cancelled
Yeah.
they stopped people buying Bridge Crew.
Yeah.
But if you've got Bridge Crew, you can still play it, which is still
Okay.
one of the best Star Trek games on the planet. It's or out of this planet. I don't care what they say about the new Voyager game, but yeah, it's yeah. So that's me. Basically, humiliation, broken joystick, and hating a game that I can't stop playing. So yeah, uplifting.
Hey.
And then I got to go up to Scotland for a funeral tomorrow, and then it's my birthday on Friday, which, when I've actually remembered what age I am, gets me even more depressed. Moving on from there, let's quickly go to the development news. Now, as we've already said, on Saturday there was a bit of a problem with the service. Yes. 4 o'clock in the morning, the servers went down. Nobody could retrieve the commander data, and the vast majority of people couldn't play. And that led to a whole load of rumors and falsifications and pranks that other people took seriously.
Having 2 and 2 and getting 5 quite
Yeah.
a lot.
Pretty much. Eventually, it was resolved by about midnight on Saturday. So yeah, thanks for giving us the whole Elite Dangerous viewership on Twitch for
it was lovely. Thank you very much.
Silver linings and all that. But yes, turns out there was a couple of problems which were unrelated, and we can categorically say that there wasn't any hacking and there wasn't any IP addresses put out. That was just basically people. What's the technical term? Oh yes, pissing about.
I mean, there was hacking, but it was unrelated. Somebody dicking around, flying a Thargoid, but that is not what brought the servers down, I think.
And also, just as a case in point, there were so many things that were going around, like acting like official. I got so many push notifications from the Elite Dangerous Reddit thing going, this particular group have said it, so it must be true. It's just a matter of time before it's confirmed by Frontier. Wait for Frontier to say something. Like, the Frontier Unlocked Discord exists. Go in there, wait patiently, try to ignore the cretins. It's difficult, but they do exist, unfortunately, and they are rampant. But like, if you ignore those people and just look for the orange names saying something, and eventually a tweet will go out. It's incredibly unlikely that if a bad actor has a ban in any way, and this is completely unrelated to the servers being down, we clarified that, but it's incredibly unlikely that if someone gets banned, Frontier will make an announcement saying, hey, we've banned that person. There's only been, I can only think of like maybe one or possibly a second instance where they've ever said anything along those lines. So
they have said, they've always said that commanders have been banned for, or shadow banned for, actions they've done.
Yeah,
but they never named the commanders in question.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's it's funny. It's really funny seeing everyone like instantly this hearsay thing. Just wait for Frontier to say something. I know it's a great. It was Steam Next Fest weekend. You could have downloaded a couple of games and played them. Do you know what I mean? It would have been great.
Or you could just punch your fist through the screen with the blooming Battlestar Galactica Gunstar blew up again.
Or see if somebody's on Twitch talking about your video game, or play Legacy, and you'll be fine.
You could play The Last Starship. That's not a game.
Yeah, look, as I say, lots of games, but there were loads of demos, and there's loads of demos just come out. Like, you can search for Space Game, and there'll be demos everywhere. It's great.
It's funny. I wasn't really in the mood for various reasons, but I did notice that all the Elite Racers, because Duck runs this regular Cafe Saturday event back in the bubble, which is anyone interested in a bit of racing can just hook up and go and do some fun casual racing on a Saturday afternoon, evening. And and they all jumped into Legacy and went back and did sort of Legacy SRV racing, which yeah is a lot of fun actually. And it made me think like that. I keep saying I don't have an alt, but we all kind of have an alt.
Yeah,
we do.
Like if you play Odyssey, we've all got that Legacy alt. If you ever want to go and do something in a different place from where you are.
Yeah. So yeah, there was that was interesting on Saturday. Everything was working fine on Sunday, but yeah, that was that. Other news: the CG that is currently in progress at the moment. Frontier have had to do a couple of little tipping of the scales. They've extended it in both ranks and time, so it will be running till Thursday, the 12th of March, and they've added another 2 absolutely humongous levels. The first 5 levels, or the first 6 levels or so, were original ones, and now that they've been transposed, they take up about the bottom sort of 20% of the screen, just to give you an idea. So yeah, it's lots of kestrel testing to come for those of you who are interested. And I must admit, I have been thoroughly enjoying that. And finally, Frontier have started posting properly on Blue Sky.
Well, they've been posting on Blue Sky with their other games, but today saw the first post about Elite on their on the frontierdev.bsky.social, that account. Today saw the first post about Elite, and I got very excited about it. So hopefully they merge all of them and just keep doing it on Blue Sky as well.
I mean, Blue Sky, it's not got a separate Elite Dangerous account.
It doesn't. No, it's just Frontier Dev is where it was going out.
I think it's worth saying, responding to it saying, about time you started talking about Elite over here or something.
Or
something
no,
like that.
no, I don't think it is, because other people have already responded along those lines, so don't worry about it. But yeah, it
got beaten to it there.
Well, it's not exactly surprising. I don't do social, so
it's great. It's great to see them posting somewhere else. And like just for like from like our point of view, there's been such a definitive switch between, we used to get a very equal amount of question of the week answers on both Twitter and Blue Sky, and now it's incredibly rare that we get anything on Twitter. We've got some this week, but it's very, very incredibly rare that we get any answers on Twitter at all. It's normally all on Blue Sky and Discord. So that's kind of indicative of the trends about like where the community is sitting now. And also
same here. I don't get that many likes, but I get a few, and on X these days it's nothing. I get nothing.
Also, like, you go on there and it's just like AI slop, absolute bullshit. Like, spot the ism in every sentence, and then just like, it's not a happy place to be in my personal experience.
What was I saying to you guys
about posting on there
when I'm doing the socials? I logged onto the Lave social. And, like, literally, the first post was somebody not in my circle asking Claude to take the clothes off a woman.
Yeah, this is the thing,
I'm relatively liberal on things, but it's like, I don't think I actually want to be here.
No. I do know our fellow Elite Dangerous, original Elite Dangerous podcast, the Pixel Bandits. They've moved completely off Twitter due to abuse that they were getting, just for mentioning that they were thinking of leaving Twitter. But yeah, it's I get no engagement at all on Twitter, so that's why I'm mostly found on Blue Sky. So yeah, that's that, I guess. So I am going to hand over to Alec for the community news.
And now, to the community coroner.
It's a dead game, innit, mate?
So a rather hastily thrown together community news today, but so I haven't watched all these all the way through, but let's plow on. There's a new blog by Nicey, as promised, called What Could a BGS Update Contain? There's another on this theme coming up in a second, but so I've seen quite a lot of this sort of speculation in the fourth, I was going to say quarter, but they're fifths, in the fifth of this year on their roadmap. There's a new feature update, and the way they phrased it and talk about it being at the core of a lot of the game, a lot of people are speculating that it's could be a BGS update. So Nicey goes into some nice speculation on what that could mean. What would a BGS update look like? And on exactly the same theme, by a coincidence or maybe not, I don't know. There's a terrific video by Indigo as well called "The Update That Could Change Elite Forever," and its sort of description says, with the recent roadmap announcing major changes we can expect for this year, a major rework is incoming, and the way Frontier went about talking about it has a lot of people speculating it could be BGS, which could be one of the most notable updates in the entirety of the Elite Dangerous 10-year long history. And it's a great video, and yeah, the more you think about it, if it is indeed a BGS update, which seems likely, then if you start thinking about what that could mean, it's I don't know. Make or break's a big phrase, but it's a big thing, isn't it, to tinker with the BGS? Right, onwards. This next video caught my eye. I subscribe to Danger Pencil, who does some fantastic flying, canyon flying and stuff, flight assist off. And this one is called Ring Surfer 2 Elite Dangerous at DW3. And it really caught my eye because at first glance, he seemed to be sort of flight assist off. Was it a Mandalay? I can't forget what ship he was in. Might even have been a third glance. Anyway, but he was hurling through this asteroid belt at ludicrous speeds. And frankly, it's like that scene in Empire Strikes Back, you know, just the asteroids hurling at the screen as he wove in between them all. But what's happened, and it's really neat, I need to go and try it myself, is it's basically a moon which is incredibly close to the parent ringed gas giant. And by gingerly just sort of dipping into the outer part of the ring, he's still in the frame of reference of the moon and not in the frame of reference of the gas giant. So the asteroids that he's skimming past aren't in his frame of reference, which just makes it look super cool because this asteroid belt is just whizzing past and he's just weaving in and out of them. I don't know whether it would actually be possible for the ship to make contact with one of the asteroids or not. Either he was incredibly lucky, incredibly skillful, which is quite possible, or maybe maybe he would have just passed straight through an asteroid if he'd happened to, you know, been on the right course for one. But yeah, it's a good watch. Right, next video. I just watched this afternoon actually, and it made me chuckle a lot. So anyone who's on Distant Worlds 3 will have noticed that Distant Ganks is basically following us around like a pack of hungry dogs. In fact, they're generally the first at the next waypoint. So typically the pattern is, for those not on it, but like on a Monday, or is it even Sunday night? Certainly on Monday, they announce where the next waypoint is, and you can stay with the fleet carriers or make your way there yourself. It wasn't that far this time, so I got there this morning. But whenever you get there, there's already Distant Ganks fleet carriers there, so they must absolutely bomb it. The official DW3 carriers sort of follow on behind. But there's always at least 2 or 3 Distant Ganks fleet carriers in the waypoint. Incidentally, I might as well use this opportunity for a quick PSA for those that don't realise. If you're on Distant Worlds 3, do check the name, because at least one of the Distant Ganks fleet carriers was renamed to have exactly the same name as one of the official fleet carriers. So there were quite a lot of people that got on the wrong carrier on a Sunday night and didn't quite find themselves where they expected to be on Monday morning, I think. So yeah, bookmark the official fleet carriers and make sure the carrier you get on has a little bookmark icon on it, I think, is the best tip. Anyway, VR Florian has made a very funny video called "These Gankers Have Been Following Us," brackets DW3, across the galaxy. Somebody had to teach them a lesson. I'm going to leave it to the viewer to see what VR Florian does, but it's very amusing. Right, next up, and this came in, I think, Epiphas drew this to our attention, but Operation Ida. People will remember originally were a kind of station rescue operation. So there's glorious burning stations and rescue missions that we haven't had for so long. Please bring them back, Frontier. That was so cool. Such a missed opportunity. Just use the terrorist attack system state to trigger them.
Please, how hard can it be? Do that as part of your BGS update change, please. Please, thank you.
Yes, please. Anyway, so Operation Ida, obviously when that sort of thing stopped, they pivoted to helping people with their system colonization efforts. And they've been doing that for a year now, so they've done their year 1 in review. There's loads of fantastic stats and figures. I'm not going to go through them all, but they've hauled 52 million tons of cargo and completed 278 new stations. They've had 1,119 requests for colonization assistance and completed 278 of those. Overall ton 52,305,689 tons, with an average daily total of 142,912. And what was the other stat? Station types that have been requested are 255 Orbis stations, 149 Coriolis of the no truss variant, which is interesting that the most popular Coriolis is no truss, 100 Oculus, 87 Coriolis of the quad truss variant, and 78 Orbis starports. So unsurprisingly, I guess people want help with the big stuff. Right, 2 more things on my list. This actually came up at least a week ago, and I just missed it. I forgot to include it in the show notes, but I really think it's worth a mention. It's a fantastic piece a new piece on the Canon website from No Fool Like One, all about neutron stars, and it's super detailed and super in depth, and it's obviously in reference to neutron stars in the game, but there's a lot of real proper deep science on the history and composition of neutron stars. So if you like your astrophysics, is that the right discipline? Don't know, but yeah, if you like your space science and are fascinated about neutron stars, then it's a really good read. Right, and item 7 is ECM is happening this year again. So Elite Community Meet is back at the same venue as last year. It's going to be in Coventry. Tickets are on sale now. Apparently 50% of the tickets have already gone, and they only went on sale at the weekend. So I'm sure they'll be around for a while, but might want to get your skates on. It's the first week of September. First weekend? I forget the exact date. I should look it up, but it's
5th. I want to say
5th. Okay.
I should. That's something I should definitely know. Hang on.
It seems confident. 5th of September.
Yeah, 5th of September. I opened it as well. Confirmed on website. Done.
So yeah, you can get your tickets. Tickets are pretty cheap. Get your hotel rooms. As always, they've negotiated a deal, so you've got like a special code, and if it's all at the elitecommunitymeet.info website. But you get your hotel, and there's different options for meals, whether you want lunch and whether you want evening meal. Yeah, I'm going. Who else is on the crew is going to be at ECM this year?
Hell yeah, you can expect to see me and the Quiz Mark 4. I'm just gonna say it now. You're gonna expect to see me and Quiz Mark 4. I've not talked to him about that, but me and Quiz Mark 4 will probably be sat with our heads in our hands on the Friday night, wondering what we're doing.
I'm sure this plug goes in this one. It doesn't seem to be making noise.
It's not that. It's nowhere near as bad as it was the first year. But we'll try not to drink too much before we get everything set up this year. I think that's probably the best plan. And when I say we, I mean Chris.
Yeah.
I've requested a life pass. I'm debating, do I just go for it and then ask for apologies? I've also learned, though, much to my disgust, the distant gangs carrier hasn't got a working bar, so you can't even get any decent grog.
Although it does have a working stellar cartographics. Although
Well,
I
it
guess
might
they
have
take
stellar
their cut.
cartographics, but I want some grog, damn it. Disgusting.
Yeah, if you're going to ECM, make sure you go to the correct Coventry venue and not the distant gangs Coventry venue, which isn't nearly as nice.
Yeah. Well, I'm waiting to see. I have a horrible feeling that I'm booked to be somewhere else. But yeah. So yeah, if I'm not, I will be there. But until I've confirmed it, I don't know just yet. Don't sell all your tickets.
I'm
As if I've got the
very
choice.
much looking forward to it. We're already Katie and I have already put our heads together and we're trying to figure out what we're going to do as the Lave show this year. I think we've got a couple of contenders already that we're thinking about. I'm very much looking forward to it.
Elite, play your cards right. Here we come.
Oh God, no! It'll be more. It'll be different to that. I've got a couple of plans. Leave it. Got a couple of plans. Leave it with me.
Have a key, please, Claire.
It's Strictly Come Dancing, isn't it?
Yes, 100% Strictly Come Dancing Elite. That's definitely what. It's definitely what I would do.
Wow,
Anyway,
can you imagine?
Oh, I don't want to.
Just to make Lave do the conga. That would be it.
And we'd still get it wrong.
100%, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you have a community event that will be taking place soon and you'd like us to shout about it across the airways, tweet the crew at Lave Radio, Blue Sky the crew at Lave Radio, email at info@laveradio.com, or drop your suggestion in the community corner channel on the Discord. Or even drop a comment on Spotify. So,
or just stick it in a locked filing cabinet at the bottom of the stairs with a sign on the door saying "Beware the leopard," and I'll still find it.
And then have it recycled 3 months later as firelighters. Yes. In a box with title number 42. Right, the in-game events. What has happened this week? Well, we were having a quiet week until about 2 hours ago when Galnet News Digest dropped an article about who is Lexi October, which gives us a profile of this mysterious October consortium, which I've got a hold on this new pharmaceutical plant. So yes, I think they're laying a bit of groundwork there, which is always nice. Or is Lexi October just basically Salvation's daughter? Or even worse, Salvation Mark II.
It's interesting, isn't it? It's kind of a little tiny bit is kind of like gearing it towards some kind of. There are parallels. There are parallels to again. It's one of the easiest tropes is that big corporations are the bad guy. We've seen it. It's reflected IRL. Corporations are the bad guy. So it's not too much of a stretch to go, hey, there's a new big leader person who needs to, they might become a power play leader. You never know. We might get a new power. We won't, but we might get a new power play leader called Lexi October. What would they be? Independent? Yeah, probably.
Oh, definitely.
Unless she's just like best mates with Kane or something. And then suddenly they're alliance.
Well, she was at that party with the winking cat.
She was. And also, didn't they say something about I'm making this up. This is something I have I've not read. It's just something I was making up then. I thought I'd seen somewhere her saying that or October Consortium spokesperson saying that their values sort of aligned the most with what the Alliance were playing for right at the beginning when it was just fed Alliance and Imperials all against each other. I swear I'd read something along those lines, or the they wanted, the October Consortium wanted everyone to have the information, but also the Alliance wanted everyone to have all of the information as well. I swear that was what was going on. I might be fully mistaken.
Oh, you got me looking up the history now, and really, I shouldn't.
I feel like it's a CG, and I feel like I feel like the at least Kane, but the Alliance standpoint was everyone should share this information as well. Now this absolutely could be bullshit. I'm more than happily confirm that probably
you have gained from the news.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, on the subject of powers, let's go for the power play rankings this week. In 12th place, we have Patranus, who has gained Sweet Fanny Adams, still staying at 651. The Spider Lady stays at 11th, but she gains 3 systems this week. In 10th, we have Delane, still Delaney. He's gained a single system.
He's learning. He's
turning, taking it up to 770. It's still Delaney to me, but in it we have Winters. She's gained 5 systems, breaking the 1,000 barrier, bringing her total up to 1,003. In 8th, Antal has gained 3 systems, bringing his total up to 1,181. Archer again gains sod all, so his total stays at 1,245. Kane has gained 17 systems this week, bringing her total up to 1,293. And in 5th, Grom gains 6 systems, bringing his total up to 1,410. The very famous Lave, he is now in
no notes. No notes.
He is now 7 systems higher at 1,625, with Emperor Rissa also getting 7 systems, bringing her total up to 1,815 in 3rd place. 2nd place, Han has just gained 2 systems, his total up to 1,909, and as per usual, gaining 10 systems, retaining her number 1 spot, Aisling Duval with 2,383 systems. And that is your power play rankings this week.
He's learning. We love this. We love to see growth.
No, I'm not going to talk about any time but growth.
We've already talked about you playing with it too hard and knocking it off.
Good week for
Right. So overall, I think we're now back to business as usual. Archer's taking a bit of a hit at the moment because the CG is in his domain, and people are effectively working against him. So, sorry, Archer, you just got unlucky there. I'm afraid. But yeah, quiet week. No Suntil records. Until relics this week. So, has there been anything new on the store alert?
No, I don't think so.
Oh. So, yeah, I guess at this point, if it's okay, we will go for an ad break, and then we'll come back with some questions.
Are you struggling with paying fines? Do you lose sleep in hyperspace worrying about docking at the next space station? If the answer is yes, then you need to call Cowell & McGrath Fine Management Services.
I got scanned while in Federation space and was caught carrying slaves. It was an unexpected expense that I couldn't afford on top of my fines for damage caused whilst docking.
We can help you consolidate all your existing fines into a single large fine, payable in regular instalments at what is almost a competitive interest rate.
I called Cowell & McGrath Fine Management Services, and they helped me pay my existing fines before I got a bounty on my head. They really saved my life.
At Cowell & McGrath, we've helped thousands of pilots whose fines had spiralled out of control.
I dared not go near a police star system. Got so desperate that I'd almost resigned myself to a life of piracy. Luckily, I found Cowell & McGrath's services before I actually murdered anyone in cold blood.
No fines too big, no criminal record too damning. We're here to help you, no questions asked. Find us in the Lave business directory.
I'd got into debt as a result of a massive counter lawsuit by Watt and Prittney. It happened because I'd taken advice on Python protection insurance from... Wait a minute! It was you!
Cowell and McGrath. Minimum liability, zero accountability. Warning, balances may go up as well as down. Missed payments may lead to repossession of your ship, seizure of cargo, or the issuing of a death warrant.
I just love my trumbles, so playful, so fluffy. So wait, no, stay away from those puddles. Oh no, how am I ever gonna get you dry? This'll take forever.
Not anymore. Introducing the Trumble Dryer.
What you doing in my house?
With the latest in centrifugal technology, combined with caustic heat generating compound, the Trumble Dryer gets your trumbles dry, fluffy and fresher than ever in no time.
Oh wow, they smell good too.
Well, that's thanks to our scent packs, available in Lavender Bliss, Sweet Mandarin and Grapefruit, Dark Amber and Fig, and Africa.
Where can I get a trumble dryer of my own?
At Pets in Space, of course, and all participating retailers across the bubble. Have an overpopulation problem? Turn your trumbles from troublesome to tasty. Just add one of our seasoning sachets and use the Trumble Dryer's air fry, biltong or jerky set. Delicious. The Trumble Dryer from Galactic Companion Co. Buy it now.
Say there, Spacefarer. Has the universe been feeling a bit too large lately? Does the thought of witch space, solar storms, and looking into the endless void give you the jitters? Well then, have we got news for you. Introducing Lave's Nearby Worlds Expeditions, the sensible way to explore the cosmos. Why risk life and limb on some far-flung death planet when you can enjoy pleasant, nearby worlds, all within a short hop, a gentle skip, and with a very reassuring return ticket. That's right, no black holes, no killer plants, and absolutely no ancient unknowable beings who resent your existence. Each Nearby Worlds expedition is carefully curated for folks who like their adventure mild, their gravity predictable, and their oxygen exactly where it belongs. Every trip includes a complimentary safety briefing, emergency hot chocolate, and a soothing recorded message reminding you that everything is probably fine. So if you're curious about space, but not that curious, remember the name that explores with common sense trust. Nearby Worlds Expeditions. Travel to Lave 2 daily on one of our top 99.5% of liners.
Welcome back. Now, it's going to be a short one this week. Yeah, questions.
Because, well, hey, why don't we answer it as well? Because we haven't. If you don't know, every week we there's not a lot going on in Elite at the moment, and we had such a lovely time over the weekend. And I'm also really sick, and I'm sure we all need a bit of a break. But on a Sunday around sort of between 12 and 2, the Chris Mark IV's wonderful show over on Black Diamond FM. You can listen to it anywhere. You don't have to be in Scotland. Yeah, it's the radio. You can listen to it anywhere. You cretin. Go and listen to it because he's really good. He does a really good show. He's really. I blow smoke up Chris's ass all the time, but I'm true, honest about this. He's really good. Go and listen to him. But once you finish listening to him, go to our socials. You can go to Twitter. You can go to Blue Sky. Don't go to Twitter, but you can go to Blue Sky, or you can come onto a Discord to our Question of the Week channel to go and check out what our question of the week is. And this week we asked, are we looking into the word vessel too much? Are we snowballing around this word a little bit too much? And what vessels do you think we might get this year? And I thought it might be kind of fun. Why don't we ask you guys what vessels you think we might get this year? Like, not what you hope, what you think we might end up getting. Because I think we'll go to Ben first and knock out Hoverbike.
I just have to. Does anyone else find it quite ironic? We actually have a real life radio DJ, and he's the fucking silent member of the crew.
Yeah, but he does the sound stuff.
he does the sound of the things.
He comes. He does the talks sometimes. He comes and does the talks.
Professional talky bits.
Yeah.
I just love the irony there. Anyway, vessels. I think the only vessels we're going to be getting are nuclear vessels.
Okay.
Or I should say nuclear. Yeah, I can't do the accent. Can you do the accent, Colin?
Nope.
No.
Hell,
Okay. Well,
I can hardly
imagine I'm
anything
George
else.
Takei saying nuclear vessels. And we'll consider that. And yeah. Are we reading too much into it? No, because if they always say ships.
Mm-hmm.
And by saying vessel, they are opening themselves up for some form of ground vehicle, maybe even a speeder bike.
Nope.
But also alternatives to fleet carrier sized things and so on. So yeah, I don't think we're reading too much into it.
Okay, what are you hoping for then? What are you expecting based on that information? What would you expect?
What information?
Well, based on seeing vessel as opposed to ship. That information, the thing that you're saying.
Okay, literally just the word vessel.
Yeah, the information of vessel that you just said that we're not reading too much into it. How do you read into it?
Okay, I thought there was some. I was hoping there was maybe some other indication as to what kind of vessel we might get.
Shoot in the dark.
No, okay, well, in that case, then I hope we get alternative ground vehicles. I'd love to get alternative ship launch fighters. And yes, we know we're going to be getting proper ships as well.
Cool, excellent. What about you, Alec?
If it's ground vehicles, I'm going to be really annoyed. Not because I don't want ground vehicles, but because the use of the word vessel to describe a ground vehicle is going to drive me insane.
Isn't a vessel something that you can put something in? That's another way of describing it.
I mean, it is, and it's a boat,
isn't it?
And it's a lot of things. One thing it is not is a ground vehicle, and it'll be so annoying if that's what they mean. No, here's my theory. I think one of the power play leaders, let's say Archer, is going to develop some kind of brain tumor, and then basically what's going to happen is one of the engineers, let's say Palin, is going to invent a miniaturization technique which allows us to miniaturize our ships down to the point where they can be injected into Archer's bloodstream so that we can fly through that in our Mandalays up to his brain and laser the tumor.
I think that would be a voyage, which is fantastic.
Yeah, flying through his blood vessels, you see, is where I'm going with that.
That's an operation and a half, really.
Seriously,
we are getting operations, aren't we? So hey,
fleet carriers and ship launch fighters.
Are you expecting a different type of fleet carrier?
Maybe.
What would that look like?
Different. I haven't got one, so I don't know. I don't know. I don't really know.
Like a smaller one, like half size a pint sized carrier, something like that, which you can take 20 ships on instead of 40, something like that.
I wonder if you can win fleet carriers through operations, like a mini. I don't know.
You get hold of the Frontline Solutions fleet carrier for doing 100. Do 99 missions to get a fleet carrier for your 100th.
It has to mean something. Ship is a perfectly good word. You don't go to the trouble of changing it all over the place unless you just don't.
Yeah. 100%. What do you think, Colin?
Well, put it this way, I got that obsessed over it. I looked it up on dictionary.com. And vessel, it could be any object used as a container, especially for a liquid. Okay, fair enough. That's more like cargo canisters. A passenger or freight carrying ship or boat. Well, yeah. An aircraft.
A car is not a vessel.
An aircraft or airship. Anatomy, a tubular structure that transports such bodily fluids as blood and lymph node.
You know it's a slow news week for Lave Radio when Colin is quoting the dictionary. Webster's dictionary defines love as...
Or even better, rare, a person regarded as an agent or vehicle for some purpose or quality.
Oh, maybe we're going to become our own vessels. Maybe that's what it is.
Yeah, they classify suits as vessels because it.
What if?
Seriously, a passenger ship, 2 fighters, and another 2 ships. Maybe the frontline fleet carrier if we're lucky. There you go.
Nice. I think the more people suggested this to me, the more I think that it's a really, really cool idea, is having a ship launch fighter that's landable, that actually lands on planets. Because of how many people struggle to land their... I know not everybody here is included in this, but of how many people who struggle to land their Caspians on planets when they're out doing exploring. Wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice to have a little ship launch fighter with maybe, I don't know, a increased, or like with its own pulse wave scanner in it? That's the exclusive item in the ship launch fighter. Its own pulse wave scanner in it that would pulse wave and then find your bacteria, and then you land and you get out and you scan your bacteria and that kind of thing. I thought that might be pretty neat. And something new that the game hasn't done, but also is still rooted in previous mechanics. So it airs on the how hard can it be sort of side of stuff when they're busy cracking out operations and considering a massive feature rework on the other end. I really like that idea. I really want another SRV, and I know the definition isn't quite there, but if Frontier didn't have a history of saying stuff that they didn't mean, I would also be opening the dictionary and quoting exactly what it means. But I feel like would you class a hoverbike as an air vessel or a vehicle? There's your question. If it's a hovercraft.
Well, if
it's still strictly,
it can be.
Yeah, exactly. But if a hovercraft is something that can go on water, so technically,
it's a vessel. Yes,
it technically fills the brief of being a vessel.
So there we have it. Hovercraft. We're not having SRVs. We're getting hovercraft.
Maybe. Who knows?
Hovercraft could work.
Who knows? But anyway, we also asked that question on our socials on Sunday. Are we thinking about it too much, and what vessels do you think we might get this year? Ben, do you want to start us off?
I'd love to start us off. So we actually started off. My first person, I actually thought their name was their initial suggestion because they're called Midnight Espresso, and I don't know why I thought that was a kind of vessel, but apparently I did. Anyway. They want a few more ships.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yep.
I have Shadow Snog. Thumbs up. Ships with tracks on landing gear. Traverse planets via Sandcrawler. And an SLF bay on the top with ground launchable SLFs with bioscanners. And drinks with little umbrellas instead of coffee machines.
So what they're describing is a full spaceship that turns into like a tank.
Yeah, it's quite funny.
Well, I'm picturing something like the Sandcrawler, but with an SLFA on the top.
I don't know what a sandcrawler is. I'm googling it right now.
Oh, Java crawler.
Evidently
yeah.
so.
Or Jabba's barge. That'd be the kind of thing.
Oh, like there's a Lego set.
Yeah.
This is my point of reference. There's a Lego set of this. It's one of the, there is. There's the Lego set of it. One of the last instructions on the this is stupid information. You build a little droid as part of the Sandcrawler build set. It's like a little tiny droid that comes in 5 different parts, and he's listed as one of the minifigs on your or as part of this Sandcrawler thing. But the one of the very last instructions is to, after you've built him, take him apart and put all of his bits in different barrels and put them inside the Sandcrawler. Which I think is very funny. Nicey says, I mean, it's the elite community. We always read too much into things. That said, I do hope it's either a new SRV, pilotable skimmers, anyone, or a mini fleet carrier that is designed for exploration over, say, cargo capacity. Excited either way and looking forward to Alec rolling it down a crater. We have those little the little hobs that we have on the side of Kestrels now, on the wings of Kestrels, that animation could be repurposed for a hover bike. I'm gonna sit on this hovercraft idea. I feel like those thrusters could be repurposed to make a really nice maneuverable hover bike.
Although actually, aren't those thrusters just more or less taken out of a Goliath and scaled up a bit? I need to look at the Goliath.
I think so. Yeah. So it's. I bet you this is when Frontier were like, on the odd chance that Frontier to listen to this episode when we're talking about Lego, they hear us say, "Oh, is it the side things? Aren't they just from a Goliath?" And then there's a single tear that rolls down one of the design team's faces. Who's worked so long at doing this.
Sorry.
Really sorry.
Right, so before I read out Silas Rez's, so it's not like an AI to be overconfident, is it? So I've asked the AI, and the AI says categorically, yes, a hoverbike can be classified as a vessel. So
if AI says it.
The AI has spoken. Right, Silas Resi, meanwhile, says, I applaud new content. With that said, I suspect it's a way of lengthening deployment by adding ship launch fighters and maybe new SRVs and even new carrier megaship designs. Genuinely, though, I hope it means more than just additional ships. I hope for orbital launched personal delivery systems.
Drop pods. Yay!
See, I was just seeing cannons or something like that.
I read that as passenger cannons.
Yeah.
And like Chris and I have already done the advert for that. Frontier can have that for free.
Right. Julius is wondering, personally, I hope for a new SRV that allows storing of additional biosamples. Samples. Heck, I even take a literal vessel for that, for it that it approaches to a player suite. No? Hey? Heck, I even take a literal vessel for that. For it that attaches to a player suit, not suite. I can read, honest. See, this is why we need Chris doing the talky things.
A little drone that we can fly ourselves around in, maybe like a jumpsuit, jump pack.
You just sit on it and it carries you above.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to figure out now why this is sad, because they then go on to say, that's sad. I think an SRV could be a personal transporter for a whole expedition team is likely.
Well, like a four-person SLV.
I guess they're thinking.
Yeah.
I think they mean that said. I think a four-person SLV. Yeah, maybe that's what they mean.
Well, if you'd have read it properly, they said that's sad. I think an SRV that could be a personal transporter for a whole expedition team is likely. So yeah, that's literally what he's saying.
Okay, I did not get. Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah.
You'll learn to read eventually, Ben. It's fine. You'll get there.
I've been using audiobooks too long.
It's all right. It's all right. It's always nice to have a goal.
Well, on the subject of reading, there's me thinking this was boggart, but it's not. It's bograt. Vessel can mean many things. In my dictionary, it means that it can be a ship or an item that can hold anything. So I'm going with a range of mugs as potential cockpit accessories as the next vessels. As far as another in-ship game, sorry, as far as another ship in game, Merlin Mark II. How about that, Frontier? Merlin Mark. As long as it's a bit prettier than the Merlin Mark I.
What was the Merlin? What did the Merlin look like?
The Merlin was
your day. People
was
are
a
aware of the
tri-wing
Merlin.
design.
It was a tri-wing design, but it was probably one of the ugliest ships in Frontier First Encounters. And then, ironically, Chris Jarvis decided to use it as the main hero ship for escape velocity, without actually knowing what it really looked like.
Okay.
Yeah.
He picked it because he likes ships with a tri-wing design. Because he likes Blake 7.
Yeah, well, there was only two. There was the Merlin and then the Imperial Explorer or the Imperial Trader. It was one of the two. And the Imperial Trader was too big.
If Frontier released the Hutton mug as a bobblehead, and there was nothing else the entire year that related to the word vessel, it was just some ships as usual. And
That'd be so.
That would be
funny.
Would we forgive them? I almost would, because that'd be.
I kind of would forgive them for the bants.
So long as we get liquid physics.
I think the lols of having a Hutton mug bobblehead, but if they did that, there'd be so many favoritism complaints, wouldn't there? With the best will in the world, they're like, even though I feel like you should have get a Hutton mug if you do the trek to Hutton Orbital. Maybe not now, but back in the day when we couldn't use our SCO drives and stuff like that, I'd spend arcs on a Hutton mug.
Well, yeah. If they're willing, I'm quite sure that those guys over at Hutton Orbital would be quite happy that any arc spent on a Hutton mug could have gone to special effect.
Yeah. You can't I don't know how well you can figure that out, though. If we're honest, I don't know how well.
With the way
Frontier
arcs
can work that out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, anyway,
arcs is a bit funny, isn't it? Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, I love that idea of saying, it's a vessel. Have your own elite dangerous cup.
I think if Frontier did anything along those lines, I think they'd be more likely to do it as a giveaway item for people to do streams and stuff. I'd love to see the special effect exclamation point as a bobble. I think that would be great.
Oh yeah,
it's available as a decal. I know that.
Yeah, I know. We were giving them away as part of the paint pack.
Oh, cool. Okay, I didn't know
that we have. The paint pack bundles that we had to give away over the weekend were the ship skin for the Anaconda, the Crate Mark II, the Sidewinder, and then the exclamation point decal as well.
Oh no! I just realised what happens if the extra vessels are just the fact that we can drink out of mugs.
It definitely isn't going to be that. Not a chance.
We do have mugs on the crate, don't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, because one of them's got a coffee machine, haven't they?
Yeah, the crate.
Yeah.
Is it the same one with the coffee machine that has the Rubik's Cube with the crate, or is it the other crate that has the Rubik's Cube? One of them has a Rubik's Cube.
I don't know. I know the crate Mark II.
Yeah, one of them's got Rubik's
definitely
Cube
has the coffee machine.
I think it might be the Phantom that has the Rubik's Cube.
I think it might be. I've never seen the Rubik's Cube.
Right, I've got a mission for next week.
Find the Rubik's Cube. I'm almost certain it's the Phantom. Go back and have a look at Mechanic Man's videos. I'm sure it's on one of those. You'll be able to see it. Anyway, Papery says, I think that's a clever way to interpret the wording, and yes, it definitely means something. I'm calling it now. It's for the summer double vessel reveal and nothing else. I predict SLF/ship combo. a special exclusive one, of course. The main mothership won't do the damage itself. All the power will come from a specialized SLF that is going to be a fan favorite. Let's get risky. It'll be a swarm type SLF with no crew members, so you finally lose that 10% credit malus. Crew members will be replaced by AI all around the galaxy, and AFK farmers will actually be encouraged by FDev. It's also going to be from a new ship manufacturer, October Consortium. It will be available first to those whose lack of resolve has not been noted. All right, I risked it all. As for what I want, an FDL Mark II with agile thrusters, obviously. Keep the 4 medium hard points, but make the huge one special. It should overboost any engineered huge hard point you slot in there. It would count as a class 5 instead of class 4 with the same distributor draw, and apply a built-in better version of the thermal conduit experimental effect to whatever you equip. Yeah, that's all well and good, Papri, but when the PvP lot ban it from PvP because it's too overpowered, what would you do then?
Either that or everybody moves to the same ship again.
It would be, you know how we got the Thargon swarm mechanic?
Yeah.
It would be a good way to get the work done for that back in game.
Well, you've still
Cool
got
if you could
Thargon.
launch your own swarm.
Thargon Swarms still exist in game, but you have to go out and find
Yeah,
them.
but it's not widely used anymore, is it?
A weapon that kind of launches your own automated target.
Yeah, your own swarm.
Didn't David Braben say AI specifically banned in Elite Dangerous?
It's law, isn't it? Like one of them skirted one of them skirted too close to being AI, and then like some
It doesn't need to be AI though. I mean, they can move a little bit like Pac-Man missiles, but
something utopia something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, as Alex says, it doesn't have to be full AI, just AI.
Nobody accuses pack-hounds of. Mind you, they are pretty mad. Right, Chicken Cow God says, in my head, they're saying this specifically because, we will have things that aren't necessarily ships, like the ones we've been getting. I think that it's possible that we'll get a new SRV or some new SLFs, hopefully. It could be that the feature revamp is something as silly as SLFs being fixed, considering the bug making elite NPC pilots useless. But that'd be a huge waste. I think revamping BGS would be far better. Other than that, it could be an entirely new vessel type, but I have no idea what that could be. Maybe a new type of carrier or deployable megaship for colonies or something. That could maybe tie into operations or something. But what I'd like to see is definitely SLFs getting at least a little bit of attention. Cough, cough, Guardian SLFs, cough, cough. Or a new SRV, maybe focused towards racing, or some planetary feature related to the Radicoider would be really cool. Lots of ideas there.
Chev's Will's obviously been reading my brain a little bit too closely, because they too want a speeder bike, a landable SLF, and a forklift truck for upcoming operations.
That's fine. Sounds great.
I have no objections to any of that, obviously.
Do you think, like loads of people are saying SLFs because rightly so, but do you think if Frontier did an SLF, it would release as something that would be early access for ARCs, or it would be something that people could unlock, especially if two are coming together?
I think it would be a case of I do like the idea of having a carrier vessel, a new carrier ship that comes out that exclusively uses this SLF. So you buy one, you get the other.
Yeah, that would make sense. That makes a lot of sense.
So yeah, I do like quite the idea that you've got this vessel that has got no weapons on it apart from those fighters.
It's an interesting way to play it, isn't it? It's would force, not like force in a good way, but it would make commanders consider like alternatives in the way that they play. I don't know necessarily that it will be something that I would go for personally, but I said that about the Kestrel. I said I'd never get it out of the garage, and I've already engineered it and I'm flying it around. So
yeah, but if it's a weapon that you can deploy, wouldn't that be good for your wrists and stuff?
What do you mean, like an SLF weapon that I could deploy?
Well, if it's like I'm still picturing like the swarm of of
Yeah,
mini things that you can deploy is what I'm still picturing.
Would it? Okay, so like with that in mind, would it feel too? Especially if I had no weapons myself, would it
Yeah.
feel too much like the game was playing itself at that point?
It'd be odd, wouldn't it, to just launch these
Yeah.
things and then just sit there and watch and not be able
It's
to
like,
do
well, I
anything.
can't contribute unless I want to just sort of like try and get the final ram on something. It feels too detached and too. It like maybe taking that too far a little bit.
Well, no, I mean, I was hoping that this would be a kind of a mini revamp of multi-crew where you could have up to your four crew all launching fighters and have the NPC or your NPC crew member fly your ship. So effectively, you've got you and your wing or team defending or attacking from that carrier vessel. But yeah, that would need changes to multi-crew. So that
I think I agree with you there. I wouldn't want to launch. I don't use it. I don't use like an NPC pilot anyway. I've never really used
paying them.
No, it's not that. I just never really used one. It's not like I'm strapped for cash or anything. I could quite happily funnel off a certain amount of my funds in that direction. It's not going to bother me or anything. But I just not something. Like, I find SLFs really twitchy in most cases, and my hands don't respond very well to that. But if there was like a new ship came out with like a dedicated SLF and it was just the SLF that was going to do the fighting, I'd want to be flying the SLF and participating in that flying, because then I'd feel I'd be too detached from the gameplay.
Yeah, I completely agree with that. I've come around to the fact that I would sometimes want my NPC to slowly, not obviously expertly fly their ship while I could fire manual turrets, but that kind of thing. I've got before I was dead against that, but
I mean, technically, our NPCs can fly our ships.
Well, they can, yes.
Yeah.
But you've never been able to say, right, okay, NPC, fly the ship while I take the guns. The turrets, rather. Anyway, yeah.
We're on you, Cole.
Oh, right, eyeball. It's obviously a typo, and FD, will be introducing vassals. I'm personally looking forward to repressing my settlement peasants and demonstrating the violence inherent in the system. The next vassal release will feature crew members disembarking the ship and a clip dothing you after, and a clip clopping after you with coconuts. Yes. Okay.
That's so good. That's so
I'm
so
being
good.
Depressed. I'm being depressed.
We all like a good Monty Python reference.
So I'm gonna preface this with this one from Homburger. With that, I saw this and I asked Homburger specifically who he would like to read it. Okay, here we go. I would like a vessel with a pestle, because then I can equip the pellet with the poison. I'll be hunting down the chalice from the palace that holds the brew that is true, so I can use the vessel with the pestle to fire the pellet with the poison at the chalice from the palace to destroy the brew that is true. I nearly got through all of that.
Well done.
Well done. A heck of a lot better than I managed.
When I asked Homburger, he said, I thought Colin might be funny, but you should really read it.
Oh, man. My tongue hurts just looking at that.
You want to be careful with that kind of stuff. You've already wiggled it too hard and it's dropped off.
Jesus.
Typhus Disnor says hull breach small vessels for boarding like the Drock class or Trident class from Star Wars. Space sleds or one-person powered suits for boarding or, knowing the community, probably racing. Oh, and a complimentary JCB for prizing those goodies out of the mega ship bulkheads.
Space sleds? Does that mean we get space huskies?
Space sleds.
That's the swarm NPCs that you're looking for. Is the space huskies.
I like this idea.
That is very funny.
Right, Steak Typhoon. This certainly means something new. You're not looking into it too hard. You haven't gone far enough. I have a solution that fits two definitions of the word vessel. A boarding pod. It's a small ship that would be used to initiate multi-crew in a local sense rather than via telepresence, and without the need to land. Using the same mechanisms as the passenger cannon, TM, commanders board a willing ship via an explosive charge directed at the cargo scoop of the adjacent ship. Of course, if they miscalculate the transfer, the pod might quickly become a hollow container, especially one used to hold liquid.
Soup! You become soup if it goes too bad. Oh,
Fertilizer.
man.
A fertilizer error.
And then Etty and Dawn just swoops by and scoops you up. Mmm, tasty, tasty
special
soup.
lads.
Yeah. Good lord.
I've got Commander Fortunado. Nuclear ones, obviously. Attached to the Caspian Explorer, NCC 1701. But more seriously...
I understood that reference.
Well, mine's called the USS Card. Anyway. But more seriously, a ship-launched speeder for exobiology would be the best thing ever. With engineering to upgrade plant scanners. Just imagine launching 100 meters from the surface from your ship and whizzing around those soon-to-be landable Earth worlds. Please, make it so.
Incredible work. Incredible work. I don't like it. I don't know if I've mentioned this, but I'm not a big fan of exploration. I love the idea of having a ship launch fighter with landing gear and a little pulse wave scanner in it. I'm so sold on that idea. I think it's so neat.
Yeah. I mean, this is one thing that gets me. I mean, if they can land the USS Voyager, which is twice the length of the Caspian, people shouldn't have enough problems with the Caspian landing.
Did the Voyager actually care about the trees?
So many people do struggle with the Caspian. It's one of the biggest complaints that I've seen, like with the Caspian, is going, I can't get it to land anywhere. Oh, you're like one of the
I have to say,
I had an NPC, had to go and kill an NPC. I was doing the CG the other day, and I had to go and kill an NPC. The complete tangent about but it reminded me about landing. And this NPC was literally on the top of this tiny little hill. But could I land anywhere near? He was one. He'd found out that I was going after him, and he went and disappeared. He'd landed on the top of this tiny little hill. I swear to God, I'm going to say Sidewinder, it's probably it was like his small ship that he was using was at like 70 degrees at an angle on this planet. And I was just like, I can't land like that. Why can this little ship manage to land it? I had to park so far away and run up to go and find him. It was very, very annoying. He was on this stupid angle. I was very pleased when I opened the ship, and the ship had one of the I know you don't need power regulators anymore, but it's always nice when you open up the ship and it's got a working power regulator in it. I still always take them. So it felt like a nice reward, a nice little treat for my commander who'd ran all that way. Anyway, I'm so sorry I went on a tangent there. Cloned Again says, I agree, and an Exobio SLF would be great. And I'm not going to say a hoverbike again, but one has to admit that a hovering SRV living a few meters above the ground could make sense. It would be able to zip across rocky terrain, climb craters, and would have no weapons at all, but an onboard detector for life forms and geological features. So we can finally find this white bacteria in the snow. Other than that, I would...
It could look like a snow speeder.
I'm going to assume that's a reference
Against
I don't
Star
know as
Wars.
well. Okay. Other than that, I wish we could have a proper flying saucer as one of the ships. 1950s look and all. It would have the special ability to fly as fast in every direction because it's round. But I suppose the Kestrel Mark II has spoiled my dream now. Although, to be fair, a ship that could go in reverse as quickly as it can go forwards without having to do the 180 would be pretty funny.
Wouldn't that just be a friendship?
Sure. Yeah, that's very fun. I like that idea.
Do you know what's occurred to me, which would be very, very funny about the idea of like having a bioscanner either on like a speeder bike or even on SRV for that matter, almost like a practical joke. But imagine you're driving along and you get to your first bit of bacteria, and you realise you've got this brilliant front-facing scanner, but you can't point it down at the ground, so the thing's a couple of feet below you. But there's literally no way to tilt a speeder bike down in order to point it at the bacteria.
But that's when you land and get out and use your little Dyson Hoover on it. There's your sphere of combat right there. Sphere of exobio is getting out of your big ship in a little ship, and then you get to the cardboard box, which is you just standing out of the ship and shooting using your Dyson. Or what a connection, a way to link those two worlds.
There's a couple of, I don't know if anyone's ever done these, there's a couple of places where you have to go and scan a ship core as part of a little storyline, surface storyline where, I don't know if the core's badly placed or something, but basically you can't scan it in the SRV without sort of trying to boost up in the air and tilt down, and because it's below the ground.
I don't think I've ever done one of those.
Yeah,
I might have to check it out.
They're quite funny. Right, it's me, Elvis Kremen. I don't mean it's me, Elvis Kremen. I mean it's me, Elvis Kremen. I'm hoping for some kind of hover vessel, be that a bike or SRV, with something like the wave scanner for rocks, but for plants. I really think they chose the word vessel and not ship specifically to cover more forms of transport. So really have my fingers crossed for not just sick ships this year. Yep.
Yep.
Right, and last but by no means least, Howling Mad Murdoch is saying, I think the use of vessels points to introduction of new vehicles that aren't ships. As a consummate explorer, I would love to see either an SRV that includes some quality of life improvements for exobiology, or a landable SLF. I would also love a DBX Mark II. I think it's likely that we see a new large combat ship this year, something to rival the likes of the Corvette, but without the rank grind. So which direction they'll go is anybody's guess. As for the rest, we'll have to wait and see. I think they've hit everything but passenger craft at this point, so perhaps we'll see a new offering from South Kruger. But I'm not sure the passenger game loop is popular enough to warrant the potential dip in ARCs. Spending if they gamble wrong. Time will tell. Cheers. Is passengers unpopular? I mean, it used to be the bomb.
I still really like doing passenger missions, but anytime that I've done it, I've tended to do it with a Python or something like that, which doesn't have a lot of windows. So I understand that if I'm taking someone on a sightseeing mission and they can't really see out the side of the ship, kind of defeats the point. But they're happy. I've scanned the beacon and I've given them the information. Yeah, exactly. I'm sure it's fine. I'm sure it's absolutely fine. I feel like that's one of the ways that we're pointing, isn't it? Because it is a medium passenger ship is missing, like a dedicated passenger ship with like the space for the premium passenger internals, so those things, like in the same way that there's military slots and stuff like that, but it could go, a passenger ship like that could go hand in hand with, if if the BGS, let's say, as Nicey was saying, and lots of people have said, that Alex mentioned at least 2 people in Community Corner who said stuff about the BGS being the rework. Everyone's sort of like leaning towards it being that. You're all gonna be eating your words when it's CQC, but let's say it is that. Alongside a BGS rework would have to involve a mission rework, and it would have to completely change that core section of the game. So a medium passenger ship running alongside to fill that space and that gap that is still wanting, providing that Frontier have created the other space for it with whatever their rework is certainly viable. Just give me rescue missions back, Frontier. This is basically what I'm saying. Is give me rescue missions back, because I'll use my Corvette for that, because it's so much fun. That's what I want.
You could always give those poor rescuees, whatever, windows.
A luxury cabin.
Yeah.
Why would I give them a luxury cabin?
Maybe
They're fine with the economy. They're absolutely perfect. It's not a problem. I can fit more in of a Wackerman economy. There
You
are
can fit more in them if you freeze them and then wake them up when they get there.
Well, wait, I don't wake them up. I just those ones just go straight off to Eddie and Dawn. The freeze packed ones, freeze packed humans. Yeah,
Passenger popsicles. Yes, right.
What about like if there used to be in rescue missions, there used to be some of those little fuckers who wanted like a business class. Because I used to always be told that you'd have to do business class and economy in your passenger things, because sometimes people wouldn't get into it. And I'm still really mad at that mechanic, because why, if your station is on fire, would you get into a business class? So I don't want burning stations back exactly the way that it was. I think is what I'm trying to say. But that would be really fun. So yeah, everyone's saying ship launch fighter. I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does seem to, because they didn't say ship. Mind you, it is a ship, isn't it? Well, or is it?
Well, it's a ship launch fighter by definition. So
well, that's the thing about the change of word from ship to vessel. It basically means the same thing, but it's just a different word. So
yeah,
a different type of ship.
Different type of ship.
Right.
Different type of ship. And we're probably going to find out the next one pretty soon, because it's coming in April. And I cannot believe I'm about to say this, but we're in March, which is insane. Where did the first 2 months of the year go?
It was wet. I can't believe
that's true.
I mean, I want to have a word with Noah, because, 48, that's nothing, pal,
You never know. We might get a nice day at some point between here and May. Who knows?
Hey, there was this big yellow thing in the sky all day up here in Manchester. People are on their knees worshipping it.
That's wild. Yeah, so anyway, keep an eye out for the next question of the week. If there's a show, if we know that there's going to be a show on Tuesday, we will have a question of the week on Sunday. If there's not going to be a show on Tuesday, we'll probably mention it. But yeah, question of the week every Sunday around 2 p.m. after Black Diamond FM. Listen to it because he's really good.
Right, has anybody got any other business?
Nope.
I own a little tiny thing.
Little tiny thing.
I mentioned it earlier on Monday. I did an interview about a new game that's coming out on Friday. I did the third of my lovely chats, and I had a lovely chat with Alex Kane, who is making a game called Ethos, which is a narrative-based survival crafter, which is it's the demo. I played the demo as part of Steam Next Fest. It's really nice, and we got talking on the back of that, and he came on and he talked about it. But he talked loads about his experiences going from working in AAA to being a solo dev, and I do genuinely think the stuff that he had to say was really interesting. So with like game development and that kind of thing is in your it is something that you might be interested in. There is a version on YouTube that's about half an hour long, and I'd love for you to check it out if you've got half an hour and you want an interesting listen, because he's a really nice bloke. And his game's out on Friday.
Excellent. As a solo dev myself, it'll be interesting to hear that. Right, let's quickly do the shout-outs. Our sister station, Hutton Orbital Radio, it broadcasts on a Thursday from 8:30. You can tune in at twitch.tv/Hutton Orbital Truckers, or if you just want the audio, go to radio.forthemug.com. For the discerning commander that likes a bit of CQC action, you can check out the CQC Discord at discord.me/Elite Dangerous CQC. And we'll also give shout-outs to the other Elite Dangerous podcasts. That would be the Guard Frequency, who do other space games as well. There's the Loose Winning Screws. They're broadcast on a Thursday, available Friday. There's also every other week the Distant World podcast, which you've still got to arrange a setting on, Ben. And also, if you speak French,
I just let the funky music do the talking.
There is the Elite Dangerous podcast, who also do these fantastic missions as well. Following on from this, we have the latest Galnet News Digest, as provided by Commander Witherspoon and Commander Beetlejude. And we'd just like to thank everybody who's chipped in on the Twitch chat. And we have Commander Andy Sharp 42, Siberius Lusty, Puensky, and Schneil66, who are been keeping people, both Ben and the Chris Mark IV company this evening. Special thanks also go to Commander Tokoso, JN Tracks, and Alan Stroud, who created music that we use on this show. But that is it for another episode of Lave Radio. If you'd like to get in touch with the show, you can find all the contact links in the home/contact us menu of the laveradio.com website. We love getting your feedback on Spotify, and one of us will reply to anything you leave on there, or just give you a like at least. So do let us know if you have any questions, or if there's anything that you'd like us to discuss in a future episode. Lave Radio is recorded live on a Tuesday evening at 8:30 and streamed out on laveradio.com/live. So thanks to Claire.
Thank you. I'm going to sleep now.
Get well soon. Thanks to Alec.
Thank you, Colin. Night all.
Thanks to Ben.
I have received a wife pass, and I forgot my beer again.
A bit late now.
I know. Well, is it? Really?
You're going to have to perfect that skill before ECM, Ben. Otherwise, it's going to get
I know.
complete
It's disgusting forgetting
Oh,
beers.
no. Oh, no.
Of course, special thanks to today's tech specialist. That would be a Pathis, or a Pacris, or a packet of crisps.
You're welcome.
So until next time, Commanders, I'm so sorry, Apathis. That's so. So until next time, Commanders, fly safe, and if you can't do that, fly dangerous.
Is your life like this? Sounds like someone having an orange inserted. You need a safe word. Space can be done. I'm gonna see the galaxy.
Ah, damn it. No worries, guys. Hold the fort for 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Galnet News Update, 3rd of March, 3312. Vox Galactica has published an interview with the CEO of October Consortium, but her future plans for Radicoida Unica remain hazy at best. The October Consortium is best known as the manufacturer of Supertech Artemis suits. Its CEO, Lexi October, stepped in to rescue the struggling Supertech in February 3305 after its wearable computer, the Talk, narrowly lost out to the Herculean Duradrive in a bid to win investment from Zachary Rackham. The Talk was never put on sale, but some features from its haptic interface were later incorporated into the hugely successful Artemis suit, a product designed by engineers at Supertech, but manufactured in bulk by October. Supertech CEO Scorpio Devoro is now on the October Consortium payroll, and along with Rackham and October is a member of the exclusive and secretive Joker's Deck Gambling Club, the club from which the infamous Winking Cat stole the Joker card that was the badge of office of the club's host. Importantly for the future, Lexi October has confirmed that the October Accord, a coalition of 7 of the 12 powers, will ensure accelerated research and development of potential pharmaceutical products that may result from October's decade of studying the Radicoida plants. She insisted the research would be shared fairly, without saying whether the 5 powers who are not part of the Accord would be given a chance to benefit.